Hello, I'm Halagabo, and in this video I decided that I would go over and explain the thought process behind a game of Your Only Move is Hustle. Now, I want to point out that I am not a top player. I don't really go to tournaments, but I do consider myself pretty good and knowledgeable at the game. So here's a match between me playing Ninja. I usually play Wizard. Been a little bit of a Ninja fan recently, playing a lot of Ninja. Against a player named Wizard, who plays Wizard, surprisingly enough. This was really fun to make, so if you want more of this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments. Enjoy! So I'm gonna go play by play here, and I'm show you the full thing. Alright, he dash backs, I jump in. Jumping in is generally a good opening. Not a lot of people have really long range anti-air. The one I have to worry about the most when jumping in would be, definitely have to be Robot or Cowboy. Because, but Cowboy has to exclusively read your jump in, same as Robot. But those are the two that's it's scariest to do against. So this works against most. Jump in. I want to land. Right? Neutral is about moving. The more you move around, the harder it is for your opponent to read you. Right? Because you have infinitely more move options than you do attack options. So if you don't want to get hit, move. And Ninja has a lot of movement. This air dash, fast fall, really good double jump, 2 air options. Mutant really scary in neutral because Juke makes all of his moves have twice as many moves. I'm talking too much about other things. I backsway. Backsway is my favorite button to press. It's such a funny move. He free canceled his mana strike. That was that weird blip you heard. But I backsway, which is beat out by Conjure Weapon. Then he does a little bit of a combo on me. Not really an optimal combo, not a great combo. I DI'd bad, and I would have gotten hit by that Vile Clutch if I didn't burst. I was DIing bad this match. So I burst there, and we're back in neutral. So I'm expecting a move like Mana Strike. He goes for a Hover Tome Slap, which whiffs. So I backsway. It's backsway. He grabs. So they grab. I backsway. It's such a safe option. And kick. That's not a kick. That's Palm Strike. I think it was because of the kick wouldn't have had enough frames. Or if they DI'd down, kick would have hard knocked down. And I think that I just wanted the free easy damage from Palm Strike. That puts us back in neutral. I do my tried and true, cover the upward option. They Spark Bomb. And this is really good. So if you have the distance between you and your opponent, it is really good to cover your top option with the forward-facing summon and low with the bottom-facing, especially if you think they're going to play aggressive. It probably wasn't the best option since I am fighting a wizard who could just just projectile spam again. But they were playing pretty aggressively earlier, so I assumed they would run in. Didn't happen, so these don't do much. The Vile Clutch also forces me to run in. So this isn't going to do much, although having it out is still a good thing because you now have the threat of a substitute. So I probably should have thrown him out later because then you can substitute back and have an instant ground attack, which is how it works, by the way. It's pretty crazy. Right here, blocking, expecting an attack. I just land. I jump. Yeah, not land. The opposite of landing. Jump. I jump. Jumping is such a good option. Because this puts me up here and you covering low. They did dash in, which is good for me, which is weird for them. The block, though, expecting an attack option. I don't attack. When you're in neutral, move. You want the setup. Don't spam attack. Just because you can attack them, don't. You want to force a winning position. Think of it like rock, paper, scissors, except that if you put your opponent, you want to put your opponent in the right mind so that you know what to pick. Right? You can just play rock, paper, scissors, but then it's still more or less RNG. But if you can convince them to only throw rock or scissors, it makes the game a lot easier for you. And that's how you play fighting games. And especially this one. I shuriken because I think I can set up a big shuriken. And I can't really do much from that distance anyway. It was more of a safe jump than anything else. I swap with it. because I see an option covering far. So I'm like, oh, I can get in close. But I forgot about the Spark Bomb, and it's just kind of hovering there. If I dash back, they overextend. I throw out another low-hitting attack. I jump, because jumping is so strong. I swap once again to get to the other side and get this covering this angle. So now they are stuck between me right here and this thing right here. And they are in end lag. So they don't have a lot of frames to do something. Oh, this thing's going that way. I forgot. My bad. I thought it would go that way. That's why I did it. It didn't go that way. And here I am, forced to block a Spark Bomb. Not good. I jump in. I jumped. It is such a good tool. Jumping is so good. Sure, it puts you in the air, which does limit your options somewhat, but with the Ninja especially, this game has a lot of air options. Technically there's only 2, but you have a lot of things you can do in the air. It's not like a traditional fighting game where you'll just get Shoryuken and die immediately. Wizard does not have a DP. I was not expecting Flame Wave at that distance, however, and I get hit for it. Why is playback speed at 1? Playback speed 0.25. Unfortunately, the Flame Wave in combo, not good. Did end up working because I DI'd in expecting like a full-fledged frontal attack. Projectile in combo? I'll admit this wizard isn't great. I got out of these things really easily. I land an immediately 4-frame uppercut, which they read, so kudos to them. It was a pretty obvious uppercut. I could have grabbed. It was really between uppercut and grab. In that kind of close range with the amount of frames we had access to, their fastest option was the 3-frame grab. My fastest option was the 3-frame grab. So I could uppercut, which beats their 3-frame grab, but then their option is block, which my grab beats. So you had this 2-way rock, paper, scissors, and I thought I'd take the safest option. They read it. And gets a small combo off of it. Wizard does a lot of damage. Here's something I did. If you'll see me up here, I throw my thing out, my hook, and I throw a shuriken into it. They're spamming Spark Bomb. And then I don't know how I did this, but in just a few frames, 1, 2, I think it is next frame, I hit pull and I fast fall at the same time. Okay, no, it's next frame. Pull, fast fall. Next frame. Alright, it was 3 frames of fall. Right, because 3 frames are falling for the end lag of that. Pull, fast fall. Pull. I pressed pull and fast fall. All I know, when it happens, know that all I did was I did this setup, then I pressed pull and fast fall. I think it's this one. Yeah. Look at that speed. That is... I should have pressed store momentum, but I was in landing lag, so I couldn't, unfortunately. Imagine what I could do with a 1015 speed boost. Oh, I get a screenshot of this, because this is going to be in the thumbnail. Here's something really fun. Neither of us was expecting this outcome. Neither Hollow Gabo nor Wizard here expected me to instant transmission to the bottom right corner, from literally the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen in a single frame. So they're jumping, and I'm still being pulled. So I'm going into the air. I see this awful scenario for me, where I can't go down because I'm being pulled upwards. And I can't really go up, because I have a wizard and 3 spark bombs in my way. So I do the only thing I know how to do, which is backsway, which just so happens to perfectly space me just out of range of the falling icicles, and just over the spark bombs. And I go flying, obviously, backwards. Where I store momentum then. Projectile. I throw out a projectile of my own. I throw out a second one because I thought that I threw this one slow enough that this one would be able to catch up to it and make a projectile that can go that way. And I'm sad. This for me, not for the wizard. I'm sad because I apparently teleported and ran away too much in this game, which is fine. If you're just sad, it's okay. It's just you don't have to be careful not to enter sadness. It's just I'm pretty sure the sad flash is more of a warning that you're almost at sadness. Gust. Threw them in. Combined them in the wrong way. So that shuriken did nothing. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm sad. So I'm super jumping in, which is one of the best ways to not be sad. If you're ever feeling depressed, super jump in. That's what this game taught me. Free parry. Dash in. I'm no longer sad. It's just a warning. It's really easy to get out of it. You just start pressing in. Another free parry. Read the grab. Dropkick. I expected a burst, so I blocked. They didn't burst. I used my 12 momentum to boost, and then whatever that like dash slashing move that he has is, I'd keep forgetting what it's called. Free cancel. I knew it wouldn't hit, but I wanted it because it puts me right in his face. So I drop kick. And I read this. I'm blocking Mana Strike. But he whiffs. It's like whenever I'm playing Smash Bros. And I press counter, my opponent whiffs. Every time. So that puts me in a bad spot. But I do read a grounded option, so I do dive kick, which sends me upward first. I expected him to do like another Mana Strike, something like that, so I didn't expect to hit here and get some free damage in. But I did. I don't remember if that was an insta cancel or a whiff cancel. I think that was a whiff cancel. I probably should have checked the meters, but I dash back. There's a grab. I think that was a whiff cancel. Because they would have been in end lag and I would have been able to get a punch punish and start a combo. So that was a whiff cancel. That's why their burst went down. Dash back to dodge the grab. Dash in to set up the exact same scenario as last time. And back sway. Because it's back sway. And it gives me such good options. Do it again, because I wasn't expecting a roll, I was expecting another panic attack option, or a grab or something. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just back sway several times. The mix-up is crazy. But they roll because they saw that their spark bombs would cover them. Which I should have seen that. Dash. Because I see that I can fit right here. And fitting right there means I can parry that. And what happens is I parry it, and they thought they could catch me if they Zephyr. Unfortunately, that just made it easier to parry the other two, and because they didn't free cancel, expecting me to get hit, I get a free combo using Chuck Jump. So I kind of messed up here. I should have dashed in immediately instead of sending another projectile. They died up. But it's fine. Here I got in really close with a grab. I couldn't reach, so I did the same trick I did earlier. I super dashed in. I didn't have the frames. I read a panic option, and I grabbed, which puts them on the ground. Now, on a grounded opponent, generally speaking, the grounded opponent is no longer in a combo and will have the easiest time getting out. So, but you can set up traps for them. And the best characters for trap setting are probably... No, they're all pretty good at trap setting. Every character has a different like way to set up traps. In my case, I just press Caltrops, and then I instant cancel it. Now, this allows me to immediately run in with my command grab, and Caltrops covers everything else. That was my trap. And what do you know? It worked. This is especially good because I've got Caltrops now, which lets me hit really high damaging moves without the risk of the combo ending. I expected a burst there. They didn't. So we're back into neutral. I block, expecting Mana Strike. They grabbed. I kick in. Free canceled, obviously. Free cancel as much as possible, but do not free cancel unless you are intentionally applying pressure, right? You don't want to just spam moves all the time, because free cancels are very important. They block. I backsway into my grounded projectile, which, whoopsie, that's conjure weapon. That is armor. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, right. I used my burst. But that combo was probably the worst combo I've ever seen in my life. No offense to Wizard here. Worst combo I've ever seen in my life. Hit me with Flame Wave, and then throw me back into Flame Wave so I can immediately die down onto the ground. I'm expecting another Mana Strike, because they've been using Mana Strike a lot, but once again, they grab, expecting me to mash. I haven't been mashing at all. Pardon the yawn, but I haven't been mashing at all this whole game. I've always taken the defensive option and played neutral. Stop expecting me to slide kick. Maybe they're like, oh, he's gonna mix it up now. Oh, they're gonna mix it up now. But no. So I dash in. Not all the way, because I was expecting a move. I jump. Jumping is so good. And I swapped into the Caltrop to get me out of the corner. Instant corner freedom. And now Wizard's under pressure. Whatever will they do? I pressed a button. They pressed a geyser. We know how that goes. Bonk. Cool combo by Wizard there. And here we are. I throw this. And they have Orb now. So I'm rightfully scared. But I do have 9 levels of meter and pull. 9 levels of meter aren't really useful here because I don't have any good supers. But I do have pull. So I land. This is going to cover the top. Right? So I'm basically forcing Wizard to land. And same setup that I did against the Ninja in the previous game. I have pull for instant horizontal coverage. I throw a Shuriken to block their projectiles. So here comes that. And I pick my projectile immune attack. So this goes to projectiles near the middle of it. And I pull. So I'm like, alright, Shuriken covers late. This covers jump. I'm covering early. You have nowhere to go but backwards. Was my thought process. They sliding kicked, which I thought wouldn't be a problem. I thought this would beat that out. But what actually happened was I go through. So as you can see, this covers late hits, this covers aerial hits, and this covers that whole area, and making me invulnerable to the projectiles from the orb that I was afraid of. But the kick... Trades. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, thankfully, this projectile is gonna hit this orb, so it shouldn't follow up with the orb attack. I say, forgetting the Wizard just kicked. So, Wizard goes flying, somehow survived. My projectile hits the orb, making it so that its sword attack misses me by that much. But it still fired lightning and I lost. So here's that game with everything you know now in full speed. Yeah, that's why the title of this one is really close. Because I was really close. What was good match? Oh, this is another one of those where it looks really goofy, but that's because we're playing really well. I think mostly here, my opponent made a lot of mistakes. If you want me to go frame by frame and cover what happened in this match, feel free to leave a comment asking that you want that. Like the video, subscribe. You know the drill.